I've been all about it. Making movies, winning Oscars. I mean, wrong movie. All right, so today we talked about pentatonic scales and their use in improvising. So what we've got to do, excuse me, in order to get the scales up to a point, because we got to be real familiar with the scales in order to improvise with them. Okay, so the way we have to what we have to do in order to get there is we have to play them a ton of times, and so I'm just going to play through them. We wrote them in A minor pentatonic. That's the key that we happen to have written them in. But as we talked about, they're all movable. You know, as long as they stay, you know, equally distant from each other. Anyway, that was a confusing way to say that. As long as the shapes remain the same that we're playing, it doesn't matter where we start them. We just chose to start at A minor. So that being said, I'm going to play through the scales real quick and talk about a couple ways that you can practice them. So the first one, we're going to start right here. It's going to be 5. So I'm just going to there's going to be 2 notes on each string. I'm going to start on the low E on the way up, and I'm just going to list off the strings as I go. So it's going to be 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. So you see what I did there? There were 2 numbers on each string, so I didn't really say which string was which. But after each 2, you move up, right? So it's 5, 8, next string, 5, 7, next string, 5, 7, next string, 5, 7, next string, 5, 8, next string, 5, 8, right? So then on the way down, it'd be 8, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5. Okay? My nose is killing me right now. Anyway. So that is so that's the first one. The next one, we're going to move up here to 8. We're going to start with our middle finger on the low E string. It's going to be 8, 10, 9, 7, 10, 7, 10, 7, 9, 8, 10, 8, 10. Back down. 10, 8, 10, 8, 9, 7, 10, 7, 10, 7, 10, 8. Man, I haven't counted out loud what frets I'm at like that in a long time. So, okay, next one. We'll move up here to 10. The 10th fret. 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 9, 12, 10, 13, 10, 12, and then 12, 10, 13, 10, 12, 9, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10. Next one. 12, 15, 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 13, 15, 12, 15. Back down, 15, 12, 15, 13, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15, 12. All right. Last one is down here. We move back down. We're going to go 3, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 3. Now, so the general rule is if there's one there's all of these scales have either one space in between the 2 notes or 2 spaces in between the 2 notes. The general rule is if there are 2 spaces, use your index and your pinky finger for those 2 notes. And if there's 1 space, we're going to use either our index and our ring, which is the common one, but occasionally we'll have to use our middle and our pinky. And that usually happens when, like in the case of the second one, we use our middle and pinky for the first 2 notes, and we want to use, just so that way, the 3rd note, we're going to want to use our index. So in order to set that up, we want to use our middle and pinky and then set up the index. So those are the scales. Now in them, try to play around with patterns, and any old pattern will do. Try to maybe go up, like we were talking, go. So what I did there was, instead of going, I skipped a note. I went every other note. So I went first note, 3rd note, 2nd note, 4th note, so forth. and then the back down. And then any pattern you want, and try playing just little patterns like the blues stuff that we were talking about. You know, that's just a pattern out of that first one where I just played, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4. I played 4 different notes out of the scale. You know,
Yeah.
and it was just a little pattern that I played. You know, and so just try to find little chunks and little patterns, little ways you can play inside the scale. And yeah, you'll be playing the blues in no time. All right?